What's up, everybody? We're doing a trans fluid change on a 2013 Fusion Titanium 2-liter. I think it's A635 or F365 trans. I forget what it is. Anyway, so the drain plug for this thing is right here. Obviously, you got to remove the cover with those T30 Torx, just like you're doing an oil change. Just did an oil change, that's why you still see the oil dripping everywhere. Anyway, you got the drain plug for the trans here. Ford recommends you do this every 150,000 miles. That's, I guess, strictly highway driving, or, you know, if you have a job that's 3 minutes from your house and you don't drive the car ever anywhere else. Yeah, that's, you know, the 150 is fine. I'm actually doing it at 100. I do mostly highway driving, like 90% highway, 10% city. And this thing, the oil came out like freaking completely black. I should have did this a long time ago. I'm probably going to do it after the next oil change. I'll do it again. The oil that you're going to want to use to trans fluid is Mercon LV. I got the Ford Motorcraft. It's about $8, $8.30 a quart. I got 8 quarts because I didn't know how much I was going to use. And the manual is not real specific. It's not real helpful. In Ford and all of their wisdom, they don't have an accessible filter that you can change with this. So again, that's why I recommend changing it at smaller intervals, 25, 30,000. There is a trans pan up here, or what looks like a trans pan. I mean, I don't know. When I first bought the car, I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, the filter's in there, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not where it is. It's supposedly, it's like in the middle of the case. You got to crack the case to get to the thing. Anyway, so what I did was I used an empty pan. I'm going to empty this into a 1-gallon jug and see how many quarts came out, and then that's where I'm going to start from. Now, again, Ford and all their wisdom, they do not have a dipstick that you could check the fluid level with. There is a bolt right here. I'm sorry, plug rather. Right there, to the left of the CV axle. That is a 14 mil plug. You gotta fill it up to whatever you took out. Probably, it looks like 4 quarts. And then from there, you cycle the trans through the gears. Do it on, you know, with the e-brake on. Don't, you know, run anybody over, yourself included. You're going to cycle it through the gears, and then this thing, when the fluid is up to level, it'll just dribble out of there. If you were to check it with the car running, or with the car off rather, it's just going to pour out of there. So you don't want to do that. You got to do it while it's running. So I guess stick to the old adage: hot running and, you know, hot idling in park. Pull that plug and check your fluid level. This one I think was a 11 mil. Let me check. Yeah. Oh, whatever. Yes, 11 millimeter for this guy. So put the plug back in, obviously, and then I'm gonna lower the car down, and I'll show you where you're putting the fluid back in. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I put the fluid into a gallon jug, and it was it's about up to here. So I'd say roughly a gallon. I'll start off with 4 quarts. Take it from there. Now the plug. So there's your air box. You see I don't know what this hose is for, or something. Probably the HVAC or something, I don't know. Anyway, underneath that line right there, that 1-inch line, 3/8 line, that's the cap, that's the fill for the trans fluid. transmission. So just pop that top off. Put to the side. Oh, God. Again, Ford and all their wisdom. This is really convenient. Alright. Alright. Now, first time I took this thing out, I thought I fucking broke it on the way out. But that's it. That's what it's supposed to look like. So, just stick a funnel down in there. And we'll fill it up. Alright, I put the 4 quarts in, and I'd just like to point out also that the cap does say Morcon LV on it, in case there was any doubt. There it is, LV. So, alright, let's start this thing up. And if you are doing the oil change as well, don't forget to put the oil back in before you start the thing up. Alright, so I ran it through the gears. I got this thing finger tight. Let's see what happens. Got their 4 quarts, which should just see it dribbling out, and it's not. So I do need to add more. I'll start off with about a half a quart and take it from there. Alright, half a quart in. Let's see. I probably could just leave this thing out while it's running. I don't have to keep getting down here and checking it out. Alright, still nothing. Throw another quart in there, or half a quart. Now, I realize that I have a lift, but this shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, if you just drive the front end of it on ramps and jack up the back end, or try and drive the whole thing up on ramps, but I highly doubt you're gonna get the back end on ramps. It's gonna be too low. So, half a quart. Okay, there we go. Yeah, unfortunately it's black, but that's probably the level we're working for. I'll let it pour out a little bit more so there's not so much of it in there, but that's probably somewhere along the lines of what you want to see. Again, check it while it's running, and you should be in good shape. I'm definitely going to have to run this through again. Alright, have fun. Hope this helped.